Hello and welcome and back to another episode of US Men's National Team Abroad. If you're new here, this is a series where we update you weekly on what happened on the previous week to US Men's National Team players around the world. I was going to say abroad again, but I don't feel like it. So why don't we jump right to it? But before we start, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, comment down below. Help support the series so we can keep it going, keep you guys updated with these short segments. So let's get started. Before I start the updates of the players that are abroad, let me give you guys a quick update of a player that will be a US Men's National Team player abroad very soon. So this week, Brian Reynolds is on his way to Europe pretty much, and there's clubs such as Juventus, Roma, and Club Brugge as the front runners to sign him. The transfer fee is reported to be between $7.5 to $9.2 million, and we have most likely a new American abroad very soon. So the FC Dallas young prospect is heading to Europe most likely this January. One more player report weekly. Christian Pulisic. He played a full 90 minutes on Tuesday for the Chelsea loss to the Wolverhampton, the Wolves, 2-1. And he was the highest rated player in the first half for Chelsea, but besides that, there's not much to talk about there. Now on Monday, Christian Pulisic started again for Chelsea on their 3-0 win versus West Ham. He played 84 minutes and he had a good performance overall, and he played a key role in the third goal scored by Abraham. He was also subbed off just so they could rest him since he's just coming back from injury. So Christian Pulisic is Pulisic. You guys are not going to get me on that. He's slowly getting back in form and seems like injury are going away. So let's hope he's not injury prone. Let's hope he can keep it rolling now. Owen Otasowie. He had a huge week. He came into the game the past Tuesday in the 46th minute. 3 minutes later, Chelsea got the lead over the Wolverhampton. Yeah, he played the same game Pulisic played. However, Otasowie did play a key role in the Wolves' comeback 2-1 win. On the 66th minute, he assisted Pondens for the equalizer. Later, the Wolves would get the second goal for this big win. Also, on Monday, he made his first Premier League start. He played 60 minutes, was subbed off for Fabio Silva since the Wolves had a 2-0 deficit to come back, so they wanted a more offensive player. During the game, he didn't have the best performance, but he showed all his athleticism and what he can bring to the table. Weston Mckennie. Yes, so during the week, he started versus Atalanta on a 1-1 draw. During that game, he played a little more towards the right side of the field, almost as a right midfielder. He had a very solid performance, and he ended up getting a yellow card in the game, but besides that, everything went very well. Now, over the weekend, Weston Mckennie started again, and this time Juve beat Parma 4-0. Mckennie was subbed off in the 76th minute when the game was already 3-0. Another solid performance by Weston Mckennie. He created two great opportunities. His teammates just didn't convert it, so he was not able to get an assist. And Weston Mckennie was also named this week US Soccer Male Player of the Year. Another award very well deserved by Weston Mckennie. He's been brilliant for Juventus, and Juve is also reportedly going to sign him, definitive, because he's currently on a loan. They should be paying between 18 to 20 million euros to sign Weston Mckennie definitely next summer. Giovanni Reyna. He continues to be one of the most reliable players in this Dortmund team right now, despite their struggles. During the week on Tuesday, he played a full 90 minutes at Dortmund's win 2-1 over Werder Bremen. He had 2 shots, he hit 1 on target, and made huge contributions in the midfield. Now Friday, he played again a full 90 minutes at Dortmund's disappointing loss to Union Berlin. So Borussia Dortmund has been struggling this season, but Reyna has been very consistent and very well rounded the entire season so far. Now Sergiño Dest, probably one of the future best right backs in the world. He continues to be solid for Barcelona. He had another solid 90 minutes as a Barcelona right back on Wednesday on a 2-1 win versus Real Sociedad, which was a huge win. Tough matchup. Real Sociedad are fighting for the championship of La Liga. He also played a full 90 minutes again for Barcelona at a 2-2 draw with Valencia this weekend. He keeps getting 90 minutes for Barcelona. What a player Sergiño Dest has been for Barcelona this season at age 19. Alright, Tyler Adams now, the CDM for RB Leipzig. On Wednesday, Tyler Adams came off the bench on the 74th minute when the game was already 1-0 Leipzig versus Hoffenheim. The game ended up 1-0. He had a solid performance on midfield, helping on defense and pressing. Tyler Adams started and played the full 90 minutes for Leipzig at a 0-0 draw with Cologne this weekend for the Bundesliga. His performance was solid, great passing game, great pressing game. He continues to play an important role for Leipzig and consistently gets minutes. As Tyler Adams doesn't start every game, he has been getting in every single game and starting a lot of them. So the young Americans plays a very big role on this Leipzig team. Yunus Musah for Valencia had a very big week, especially during the week, not on the weekend. The weekend was kind of disappointing actually. So during the week, he came into the game as a sub for Valencia at the Copa del Rey. He scored the goal at the 91st minute to equalize the game and send it to extra time, which Valencia would go on to win 4-2. Musah was their hero, no doubt, keeping them alive in the game. Over the weekend, maybe it wasn't that good. Musah played versus Barcelona and got injured and was subbed off. He already came out and said that the injury is not serious, so that's good news, but it wasn't as good of a performance as him coming in and saving the day on Wednesday for the Copa del Rey. Next player. Now, this is one of the players that's probably the most mistreated in Europe right now, which is Antonee Weah. He should be playing more minutes. On Wednesday, Lille defeated Dijon 2-0. Tim Weah came off the bench at the 71st minute when the game was 1-0, and he scored at the 93rd. Lille's second goal to seal the deal and get the win for Lille. The American international deserves to start for Lille. Over the weekend, Tim Weah came in at the 61st minute to play against his former club PSG. The game ended 0-0, and not much can be said about that game. So Tim Weah has been having better performance than Jonathan David, for example, the Canadian, but he doesn't get the credit he deserves, and he continues to be a bench player for Lille. Folarin Balogun, there's not much to talk about. Arsenal played Southampton during the week and then played Everton over the weekend. He wasn't even in the roster. He wasn't even at the bench. Arsenal continues to struggle, so there's still hope they'll start giving him more minutes, or maybe at least including him in the roster. But it's just been a mess of a season for Arsenal. Also, don't forget, this is not just a United States channel. We also cover the Premier League, South American content, so make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button. Now Chris Richards, the center back for Bayern Munich. So Bayern had two huge wins this week. They defeated Wolfsburg 2-1 and Bayer Leverkusen 2-1 to take the lead of the Bundesliga. Now Chris Richards, for both of those games, he stayed at the bench for the full 90 minutes. However, he's pretty much the first backup center back off the bench. So it's pretty encouraging. Hopefully he continues to play and get minutes for Bayern Munich. Now, Nicolas Gioacchini. He started as a center forward over the weekend at Kane's win 3-2 over Dunkerque. Gioacchini scored at the 45th minute to get Kane the 2-1 lead in the game. He was then subbed off on the 83rd minute when the game was pretty much done. It was 3-1 for Kane already with the win. He was also named Talent of the Month. Congrats to the 20-year-old young American. Congratulations, Nicolas Gioacchini, for the award and for the goal this week. Big win. Josh Sargent. Well, he has been consistent for Werder Bremen, but Werder Bremen hasn't been consistent. On Tuesday, he was subbed off in the 66th minute. He didn't see the ball during the game, had 0 shots, nothing really happened. Now, over the weekend, Josh Sargent played a full 90 minutes at Werder Bremen's late win 1-0 over Mainz. He has been the most reliable player in this Werder Bremen squad, and he shows how good his hold-up game is up top. But a move would be good to him, and as we reported last week, there's a lot of Premier League teams interested at Josh Sargent right now. Hopefully he moves next season. Now our goalkeeper, Zack Steffen. Well, Manchester City played twice this week. Zack Steffen stayed at the bench for Ederson. Didn't get any minutes, nothing at all. Hopefully he does play because the schedule's a little tight now and he gets a couple minutes. But Ederson's a starter, and until he's there, Zack Steffen will be not getting many minutes. So maybe Ederson leaving will be good, or if Zack Steffen moves somewhere else. Now, Johnny Cardoso, that plays for Internacional in Brazil. He's already practicing with the roster. However, he still has not been part of the team. He's not even sitting at the bench currently, probably getting his fitness back in shape. Hopefully he's back next week. I've been reporting this every week, but so far, we haven't had him back at the bench for the team yet. Antonee Robinson, that plays in the Premier League for Fulham, has actually been very good, surprisingly, lately. So what happened this week with Antonee Robinson? During the week, Robinson started at a more offensive role since Fulham used 3 defenders in the back, and the game ended 0-0 with Brighton. Robinson played a full 90 minutes and had a strong performance and got a yellow card. Over the weekend, he played 90 minutes again and back at the left-back, full-back role as they played a line of 4 in the back. Had another strong performance. It was a 1-1 draw of Newcastle, and he got again another yellow card. He is a very aggressive defender at times, and that's why he can get cards from time to time, but he's been pretty good for Fulham. I'm looking forward to seeing him with the US men's national team. Now, one of the players that has been surprising many this season in Europe, it's Reggie Cannon for Boa Vista at the Portuguese league, Liga NOS. Over the weekend, he played a full 90 minutes on the draw between Boa Vista and Pacos Ferreira. He is now the only field player for Boa Vista to play every single minute at Liga NOS this season. Also, the Boa Vista president board didn't deny that Benfica is interested in signing Reggie Cannon. There's been rumors, but the fact that he didn't deny it means that Benfica likely has inquired about the player, and maybe we'll see Reggie Cannon make a big move soon. Conrad De La Fuente. So, once again, he got no minutes this week. No minutes at all. Barcelona played 2 games, and Conrad De La Fuente didn't even come in. He truly needs to move to a different team, otherwise it's going to just hurt his development. However, he's very young, so I'm very hopeful that he'll get a loan or something and get more minutes, but this has just been very frustrating because the guy is talented. Now our center back, Matt Miazga from Anderlecht in the Belgium league. During the week, Anderlecht beat Oostende for 2-1, and Matt Miazga was not even part of the roster for that game, not even at the bench. They were probably resting their main players. Now, during the weekend, Matt Miazga played the full 90 minutes this Saturday. Anderlecht lost 1-0 to Chas Leroy. I don't know how to say these Belgian names properly, but so he is still a starter for the team and continues to have solid performances. Matt Miazga has been doing great. Now, Ulysses LLanez, that plays for Herven at the Eredivisie League. I think I said that right, the Dutch league. Over the weekend, LLanez started off the bench and came in the 58th minute when the game was already 2-1 for Heracles. Nothing changed, and they ended up defeated 2-1. So he continues to come off the bench. He's very active when he's in the field, but didn't do much this game. John Brooks, our center back, maybe our best center back, or most reliable one. During the week versus Bayern on Wednesday, he didn't play due to back problems, but over the weekend, he was back. Now, on Sunday, he was back from the back injury, but he didn't start. He came off the bench on the 73rd minute when the game was 1-0 for Wolfsburg. He came in and helped the team hold a 1-0 lead. So Brooks is healthy again, probably will start the next game. He just started off the bench just because he was probably getting rested because of the back injury. Haji Wright, that plays for the Danish league. Well, this weekend, he didn't do too well. He's been having an amazing season, but not this weekend. Over the weekend, Haji Wright, his team lost 1-0, and Wright got a red card at the 45th minute when the game was 0-0. So maybe if he hadn't got the red card, they might have not lost. They played man down the whole second half thanks to him, and he's likely suspended now for the next game. Probably just for one game because it was 2 yellow cards and he got a red card, so maybe it's just a one-game ban. I would have to check that for the Danish league. But disappointing weekend for the young American. Now this player, you guys requested at the comment section, so make sure you guys comment any players you want us to cover. Emmanuel Sabbi. He started at the right wing for Odense this weekend, played a full 90 minutes at 1-1 draw versus Copenhagen for the Danish league. So if you guys want us to cover any other players specifically, just comment down below at the comment section. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to support the series. And thank you very much for watching, everyone. Have a great day.